Greetings tankers, my name is Adam Snellgrove and welcome to the 18th season of Best Replays, which means your favourite weekly replay showcase finally comes of age, which you can help to celebrate by hitting the like button, subscribing and maybe even clicking the little bell icon. And as ever, let's get straight into it. It is lights out and away we go as we jump into our first replay with an EBR 75 FL10 and NAS Noil at the wheel. Taking everyone's least favourite race car for a stroll here on Steps. But that might have just been too fast and too furious for the friendly team as no shots found the crossing enemy tanks. This strategy does not seem to be working either. Whoa! Calm down there, Ricky Bobby. What happened there?
Sbinnala.
Ooh, now that's definitely how not to start a game on pole position, down to just 160 HP with just over 300 damage on the tally. This better be one heck of a comeback drive from NAS Noil. Or if that's not the case, editor, let's just call it a GG and go next. Alright, if you say so. If there's one tank that can still thrive on low HP, it's this EBR, with its infamous armor and the ability to dodge any shell flying at it. Combine that with being able to pop up absolutely out of nowhere. And relocate at lightning speed. To end up with a massive carry potential, especially on a map as open as Steps. As NAS Noil's plan seems to be to jump on isolated enemy tanks before their backup can arrive. Resulting in an easy double kill on the Progetto 66 and the SU-101. And now as the last ally falls, it's pretty clear to me who's next on the chopping block. Here we go, hiding in plain sight. The other arty must have been a keyboard user, as it's nowhere to be seen. And although this cap pressure might rattle some of the less experienced players, NAS Noil knows well that only a sitting duck would attempt such a play. Well, make that 2 sitting ducks. A shell for you and a shell for you. Easy! Staying outside of spotting range while connecting shot after shot against these defenseless enemy tanks. Whoa, seems like someone wants to get in that DRS range. But to no avail as the 2-shot autoloader shows its value once again. Meaning this Emil 1 is more dead than Mercedes F1 title hopes this year. Whoa! All this time, the T30 was chasing our hero around the map! But this is not the engagement NAS Noil is looking for. Opting instead for a much more manageable target. Now all that it takes is a little bit of deception by faking a retreat, while actually just relocating to a perfect flanking position. Crossing the finish line with one final heat shell to win the game. Well done! An exceptional game by NAS Noil with a plethora of medals, Kolobanovs, Orliks, Pasuchis, Yoshio Tamadas, and so many others that can barely fit on the post-game stats. But also, let's not forget 4,971 damage dealt, 7 kills, and 1,731 base experience in a great comeback game. Fully deserving of our best replay style and naturally 2,000 gold. Congratulations, Nasnoil. Let us switch gears with a heavy tank replay. This one submitted by Tomkotocek 2001 from the EU server, whose tank of choice is the Soviet Object 7032-122, the premium tier 8 double-barreled monster. That is about to make their presence known here on Siegfried Line. Ah, a T-20. No turret armor? Check. A gun that can't compete with a higher tier heavy tank? Check. Being reduced to 30 HP just a minute into the game? Check. A quick lesson in why you should not be forcing an unfavorable fight. And instead wait for mistakes such as this one. Ouch! Undeterred with such trivial matters as losing half of their HP, Tom presses on their advantage against these lower tier tanks. Ooh, speaking of lower tiers, this Tiger must be a tier 6.5. Wow! They just don't stop coming as Tom hits the ground running with nearly 4,000 damage dealt already. But now, we pause the music and enjoy. Oh yeah, editor, slow-mo please. Alright, let's get back into the action. As Tom picks up their second kill, firmly securing the town. However, challenging an invisible TD spamming heat shells might not be the wisest of ideas. And in such cases, one should just switch flanks and seek fortune elsewhere.
Run away! Run away!
Come on, buddy, no need to hide. That's more like it. Something doesn't seem right, as 5 opposing tanks have not even been seen once in this game. Aha! I knew it! But that one small distraction has pulled the entire Allied team out of position.
No.
Tom is now completely isolated, with multiple opposing tanks closing in fast. Oh ho ho! The double shot strikes twice more to obliterate this SU. And without proper cover, this Udes is just food for the taking. There's 2 more! Oh, that's not good. A miss! And a tracking shot while Tom does not miss. GG! This game really came down to the wire, but Tomkotocek 2001 stayed cool under immense pressure to carry the team to victory. And here's the impressive part, 10,544 damage dealt in a Tier 8 game. That's some of the highest we've seen on the show. Plus another 7 kills and 2,571 base experience means Tom Kotochek 2001 secures our runner-up spot along with 2,500 gold and best replay style. Well done! And for the grand finale, we've got a tank that needs no introduction. It is the legendary KV-5 Super Heavy tank at the hands of PJ Tide again, right here on Mines. The tank of choice for any close-range brawl, thanks to the rapid-firing 107mm gun and boss levels of HP. Facts that both of these opponents are experiencing the hard way. I wonder what that bush ever did to PJ. Oh, why hello there. Ah, so close! But as is customary in every replay on our show, it is the green team that melts quicker than an ice cream in a deep fryer. And it is up to PJ to carry the hopes and memes of all these allied tanks. In a game where the green team is 7 tanks down, but just 15 seconds from winning by capture, this is indeed some very advanced memery. Uh-oh, that's less than ideal. Oh ho ho! Someone left that repair kit back in the garage, didn't they? Alright, PJ now controls the hill. While the rest of the team has been completely and utterly obliterated from the face of the earth. Well, I guess if this is rock bottom, the only way is up. Or whatever else inspirational mumbo-jumbo people share on Instagram these days. Good attempt, P43, good attempt. But you know what I've been looking forward to this entire episode? Ramming speed! Smite it like a minion! Look at that turret go! What are you going to do, little one? Whoa, it called for backup! Don't reload, don't reload, don't reload! But there's no time to deal with the VK. The neutral base is only 30 seconds off being capped. Just in time. Finally, that OI from the very beginning is sent back to the garage and only the annoying little HP spammer remains. And since PJ conveniently finds themselves inside the capture circle, why not draw that VK out? When you only have a tier 6 light tank versus a KV-5, the outcome is more or less predictable. GG! An explosive ending to a fiery game in which PJ Tide again overturns an 8-tank deficit to claim a legendary victory. In their own words, dealing more damage than all 14 allies combined, 8,514 to be precise, with 11 kills and 2,466 base experience. A game worthy of our best replay title, 3,000 gold, and of course our best replay style. Well done! And that would be all for this week, fellow tankers. To be perfectly honest, I really couldn't pick between those two final replays. Both were so good in their own right. It's just that dramatic last stand of a KV5 that prevailed in the end for me, which is why PJ Tired Again takes the title this week. But if you don't agree with us, do let us know in the comments. We'd love to see what you thought of it. And don't forget to send us your replays over on Discord, as we've got a new and improved system in place just for you. Because who knows, maybe you're due for some gold by getting featured on our show. But until then, I'm Adam Snowgrove, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!